Hey everybody, welcome back to the season finale of 20-somethings TV. This has been a great season. It's been also another online season as of now, but I can definitely tell you it's been a lot smoother probably than the last two seasons we've had, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. And hey, at the very least, we have vaccinations. I'm getting vaccinated tomorrow.
Woohoo, I got vaccinated today.
Woohoo! First or second?
First.
Nice. But we also have plenty of other cool things to talk about. My name is Max, and we're going to end things off, though, for the last episode with our beautiful friends of Nick, Amanda, Sydney, and Caden. Now, we do have amazing things to talk about here. First things off, though, is going to be Kanye West documentary. Now, I know, at least when we were doing our research and everything, we were all a little divided. I like Kanye West's old music. College Dropout's a fantastic album. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy's another great album. But after that, it all kind of goes downhill. But I know other people here don't really like his music as much.
I mean, I'm with you, Max. I like his older stuff. Graduation is still one of my favorite albums. It's awesome. I mean, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit here, but I'm with you. After Dark Twisted Fantasy, and I mean, I kind of was okay with Yeezus a little bit. I'm out. His last album was so trash. I can't believe people actually could listen to it. With that one song that sounded like a car door was open the entire time. Oh, it was brutal.
That was Jesus is King, right?
Sure.
I think it was.
Something like that.
But the weird thing is, he's had this. What's up?
I said 808s and Heartbreak probably the best album.
Oh, Life of Pablo is pretty good too, I gotta admit.
I think I was done by that point.
Yeah, Kid Sees Ghost, pretty good too, but his latest stuff not so much. But the weird thing though about Kanye West, amongst other things, is that he's had a posse of filmmakers around with him all throughout pretty much his entire career, and he has a documentary going on about it. Now, Amanda, what's going on with that? Most people don't really do that.
Yeah, so this has all come out recently. Apparently, Netflix just acquired the rights for this documentary, reportedly for $30 million, but people that are close to him say that that's not an accurate price. But yeah, the footage apparently spans 2 decades of his life, including like home footage, stuff that has never been seen before, covering his career in music and fashion. Like we all know about like his clothing line, Yeezys, all that stuff. It's going to cover his failed 2020 presidential bid and the death of his mother, Donda West. That's what Variety was reporting. And yeah, I guess it's just, I don't know. It's kind of, people are kind of surprised that like he's going to have all this footage because like, where's this documentary crew been? Like, I don't know. It seems like it crazy for him to have planned it out so far in advance, like 2 decades ahead. Like, the first thing that I compared it to was the Billie Eilish documentary that just came out recently, because she started filming that in probably, well, there's footage in it from 2018, I think is the earliest there is footage, but like still she took a couple of years to like plan out and in advance. People are like, when was this going on? Like she filmed at a concert that I went to, and I didn't even know that she was filming there. So people are just kind of surprised that it's going to be such an extensive documentary. And yeah, he's working with people, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Cody and Shike, who have worked with Kanye before on one of his music videos, and they've made music videos for Lupe Fiasco, Erykah Badu, and sports documentaries about Benjamin Wilson and Stephen Marbury. So it seems like they have a little bit of experience following around celebrities. I don't know. They've seemed to be more sports oriented before, so it's interesting to see where they'll take this. But yeah, I'm curious. I was just curious, like, how this documentary is going to portray him, because like a lot of celebrities are coming out with documentaries, right? And some people take the more like honest route, like the Demi Lovato one comes to mind. Like she was honest about doing heroin and not being completely sober, using in moderation still with alcohol and weed. Like she's very, very honest in that documentary. And she made one that came out in 2018 or 17, I believe, where she was kind of like, I'm okay, like da-da-da. And then very shortly after that came out, she overdosed again. So I'm curious to see if Kanye's going to kind of go the route where it's like he's making himself, I don't know, kind of be portrayed like he's okay, or that he's doing great, or that he's this awesome person, or if it's going to be more like honest about him, because we know that he's an erratic person who's got a lot going on, who has done a lot of problematic things. So
it's going to be the first. He's not going to be honest. it's going to put him in this great,
That's what
super
I
awesome light. Like, there's no way. There's no way he's honest about it. Personally,
he
I
doesn't
won't.
want people to know how fragile his mental state is. I feel like that's something he's definitely going to be hiding and putting on his like camera face every time these people whip it out to record him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I have no interest in it. Like, I heard about it and I was like, this is crazy. But like, I'm kind of in the minority. Like, I despise him in every way. Maybe that's why I can't listen to his music, but I have no interest.
Yeah, it seems just like I don't know. I feel like for all the stuff that he's struggling with, like mentally, I kind of wish he would just like cool your jets, bro. Like take some time off. Like, I don't know. He has a family. I mean, they're getting divorced, but like he's got kids. Like I wish sometimes he would just like relax with being in the fame because it seems to be this like harmful thing for him and that it's affecting him so much and making him do all these crazy things, but then he just like keeps going. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm like surprised they're even really doing this or like have been doing this. Like I'm sure this whole like the fact that they have been recording him these past couple of years, it was probably a giant stressor for him, which like could have affected the way he was lashing out.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being healthy
Like,
having a film crew everywhere.
Stress.
Yeah, absolutely a lot of stress. But where have these film people been? I mean, I think someone here brought it up a little bit earlier, but I never heard about these film camera people walking around with Kanye West everywhere he went. It just seems like they sprang up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
How
Very
did
random.
not see it like on the Kardashians? Like, how did someone not make a mistake? You know?
I don't know. Or leak it.
Yeah.
It's a mystery to everybody. But on the bright side, though, what should we expect to see in the documentary? I mean, possibly, the death of his mother coming up and stuff like that. But, we also mentioned how it might not be entirely honest. But what is the most standout thing do you think we could see out of it, Sydney?
I guess if he's not going to be completely honest on the document, I'm just curious to see how it seems to be capturing a lot of significant events that occurred in his life. So I'm just curious to see if they are going to maybe show his reactions to these, like if they were at the current time they were going on. Like, I don't know if I want to actually watch the documentary, but I am very intrigued at like how his character is going to be represented.
It's going to be a weird one. And it's tough sometimes to bring out a product to make sure the product is good, especially after almost 20 years of making it. Luckily, though, today is 420, so things get a little bit easier, especially for Seth Rogen bringing out your new weed line. And, of course, Seth Rogen, known to be as, like, the stoner of Hollywood next to, like, Snoop Dogg and other people, is coming out with a new line of, I guess, products?
Yeah, so he announced this in March, and the products came out at the beginning of March. And he has his own cannabis company called Houseplant. He's apparently been creating this for the last 10 years. He was very passionate about it because like weed's his thing. Like everyone knows that Seth Rogen's thing is weed. So yeah, he released a bunch of products. He released like 2 strains of weed, an indica and a sativa, and then some insanely bougie smoking accessories. Stuff, the weeds, specifically if you wanted the strains, you could only get that in California, but here's the products that anyone could have ordered. There's that oil lamp, and I'm going to go through and tell you the prices of all these items because it's literally insane. So that oil lamp is literally just a block of marble with an oil lamp that's like a little metal ashtray, and then you can strike matches on the marble. That costs $260.
I can see that one being $260. That looks fancy. Like you'd see that in IKEA.
That one's bougie, but also like it's a
little extreme.
Yeah, it's a little. The ashtray set, it comes in 2 colors. There's like the tan color here, but it comes in a like a foresty green color as well. It's just basically a fancy ceramic ashtray and a vase, and that set is $85. The car lighter, which is literally just a decorative marble piece, and then that little metal part at the top. I watched a video. You like push it in. It's like a car lighter. You push it in, and then when it's like hot, you take it out, and it's got like the hot part that you like put, your thing on. That's $280.
Oh my god!
And then the box table lighter, which is basically just a giant piece of aluminum with a lighter on it, and then that top comes off, and you can see it kind of doubles as an ashtray, and it has a little slit that you can like put a blunt in or whatever you don't want to hold. That is $220. And then one thing that's not pictured here, he came out with a vinyl set as well, which it includes 3 records. One's called the Sativa Session, one's the Indica Session, and one's the Hybrid Session. So they each have like a bunch of curated music that matches the kind of feeling that those strains induced. So like upbeat, sleepy, and then like combination. And that was $95. So not too accessible to the average Joe, but
I guess if you're a serious stoner, I mean, it makes sense. You're smoking enough.
It's a little steep. I remember when I first heard about it, I was like all excited. I was like, oh, let's check it out. And I like went and looked at everything. And I remember looking at the car lighter and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like you don't really see those anymore. And I was like, and then I scrolled down to the price and I was like, oh my goodness. All right, never mind. I'm getting off of this website.
I'd get the block lighter.
Who charges $90 for music?
Yeah.
Like, like what?
It's not even his music either.
Yeah, no, it's like
playlist.
Go find a Spotify playlist with the same stuff on it.
Or just figure out what music is on the records and then go to Spotify.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I bet people are already doing that.
Are they really? That's funny.
I'm sure.
It kind of was confusing too, because I feel like if you're trying to like cater to stoners, like going the expensive route is like not the route.
Where do you think all the money's going to go?
What?
I mean,
Where do you think all their money's going anyways?
Exactly.
They can't afford it.
I've got a ton of money in weed stocks, so if they want to partner up with Seth Rogen, I will not be mad at it after seeing these prices.
Did you
That's
notice
all
once all the products came out? Did you notice, Nick, how the stock prices went up, or did they like not change?
Weed stocks have been taking a fat L over the last like week or two, actually.
Really?
But it's gonna get better. It's gonna get.
Yeah, it's 420.
I mean, after today, you would assume they get a lot.
Yeah.
Today was a good day. Today was a good day for the most part.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I find it interesting too, actually, just thinking about today. So when I was like doing the research for this product, I was assuming like, oh, it's 420. Like he just launched this in March 11th, I think was the day that everything dropped. Like he's got to be doing something like crazy for 420 or some sort of restock or releasing new products. And there's just nothing. There's just radio silence. All the products on the website are sold out. I don't know if they're ever being restocked. I haven't heard anything else about him making new products or doing anything special with this line. So I'm confused if like, I don't know if it didn't go well and now he's like not doing anything for it. Like I'm just confused because I feel like he would try and do something for the holiday.
He probably only had like a limited amount of products and I feel like they went so quick. He probably doesn't even know. He's probably like working super hard.
All I'm saying is I'm going to go on eBay for a piece.
Oh.
You lost your respect there, Max.
What? I had respect.
No.
Oh. News to me. Luckily, though, when it comes to 420, weed and music, you know, it all blends together. And that vinyl set being $95 is crazy. But, you know, it might be a little bit more expensive. But at the very least, the Rolling Loud July Festival is coming up soon. And sure, it's over $95. But at least you're able to go somewhere, well, usually in person. Maybe not so much last year when it was canceled. But it's coming back now that the vaccines are out.
Yeah, I was very surprised to open Twitter last night and see, or whatever it was recently, within the last couple of days, and see Rolling Loud trending. And I discovered that they announced they're holding the festival in July, the 23rd to the 25th in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium, where it usually is. And Rolling Loud is like one of the most popular hip hop festivals in the world. Like, I have friends that have gone to Rolling Loud and like I see her Snapchat story and I'm like, oh my God, that seems like the most insane concert ever. Like I would love to go to that. It's just crazy. People are just partying nonstop. And obviously it's Rolling Loud, like in the name. Weed is just in the name. Like everyone's smoking and like sharing things. Like it just seems like a crazy time. So I'm surprised that like it's happening because it doesn't seem like any modifications have been in place. Like it's in the same giant stadium. So I'm assuming it's going to have a similar large capacity. And they haven't released any information about like safety precautions, if you need to get the vaccine to go, nothing. They're just like, all right, Travis Scott, A$AP Rocky, and Post Malone are headlining, come see us. And like, they're really pulling people in. They have Bobby Shmurda listed as a special guest, which is
Wow.
insane. But yeah, so I'm just confused why this is happening. Or
But
how.
other
I'm gonna
festivals.
be
What's up?
I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. My friend bought tickets for me and him to go. But what we're doing is if like COVID's still really, really bad, which it probably will be, and like it just doesn't work out, we're gonna resell our tickets. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are doing that.
Mm.
True.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
not
see that.
surprised it's happening at all. I mean, they're doing it at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Miami's been open since last February. It's Florida. They don't care.
Yeah, I feel like Miami is not an ideal choice of location at
They
all.
just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care.
Well,
Now-
they can't do it in New York because they already have Gov Ball in New York. Did
Mhm.
Gov Ball already get canceled or no?
I feel like it did because I haven't seen anything. I feel like everything in May, June-ish has been canceled. Like Boston Calling, I've been to Boston Calling before, and that's usually at the end of May. Like that was canceled. So that's why I'm surprised that this is happening because like every other big festival that's, I don't know, in the summer or the spring, like Coachella has been canceled. Like most things have still been canceled this year because festivals are just so big. Like some concerts are still happening, some small concerts, some drive-in concerts, but like I feel like festivals were kind of like last on the list of like what to bring back, and now all of a sudden Rolling Clouds is like, all right, let's do it. Who cares? And I'm just like,
Definitely. Oh wait, yeah. Continue.
no, it's okay. I'm just like, I don't know. I want live music to come back, but like the fact that
It's a little concerning. Like they don't have any. I don't like that they don't have any safety like guidelines in the festival description. I know that I have a couple festival tickets from last summer that I got that are rolling now over into this coming September. But I feel like it's very early to start in July, and I feel like they should at least have some type of precautions that they're following as like a festival themselves.
It's weird.
So I'm very curious
Yeah.
how they're gonna pull that off.
like the website had no safety information. It just was like, buy tickets now. Here's the lineup. And I was like, huh? Because I don't know. Every other event that's happening is usually like, here's all the protocols that we're following so we don't get shut down. Like, here's what we're doing. And like, I don't know. I even had a concert from last year. Well, I was supposed to go to 2 concerts last year. I was seeing Halsey and then I'm seeing Harry Styles. And my Halsey concert got pushed from last July to this July. And then she ended up having to just cancel the tour because things just like weren't safe enough to do her tour over the summer. So I'm like, okay, so my Halsey concert has to get canceled, but Rolling Loud can still happen, like which is so much bigger than the concert.
Yeah, like one concert would be a lot less of a capacity. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Florida, go to Florida.
A lot of confusion. A lot of confusion, Nick. I mean, Florida. What a way to end things, right? I mean, that state's never going to change. It never will. But it's been a fantastic time being with everyone here for this season of 20-somethings TV. We've had a great time. We've changed people around a lot on the show. And that's all we really have. I know a lot of us here, or at least, well, it should have been me, but not so much just yet, should be graduating this semester. And so we're finally done. But maybe we'll be back for future seasons, which I think would be really cool. But anyone here have closing statements for the season?
Thanks
Later,
for watching.
It's been real.
Had a lot of fun.
It's been real. Well, with that being said, everyone, goodbye, and we'll see you guys potentially next season for 20-somethings TV. It's been fun. Thank you so much, Keith, for letting us be on here, and have a good, I guess, September, good summer, something like that.
420. Woo.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.